Okay, as much as that's hard to watch, that was the sugar-coated version. Okay, so those guys survived the beach, survived getting on the beach, and then had a job of clearing those German gun racks up front. And that's what they're going to do. And I didn't, if you want to watch the movie, you can, but actually they took pipe bombs, great big long pipe bombs, 30 feet long, and shoved them up into those machine gun nests and lit a fuse, and that's how they took care of those things. But can you imagine that sacrifice? And again, that was the sugar-coated version. If you want to see the real deal, get out the movie and see it. But it was a tremendous loss of life to gain. And I don't think the kids we don't even understand that. And I'm just going to tell you that I graduated from high school in 1976, and the Vietnam War ended just prior to that. So I think my generation on, we haven't had a draft since then. And my generation on doesn't even have a clue about what sacrifice is. So this is why we have Veterans Day and Memorial Day. These guys knew, a big majority of when those front of those boats came down, that they were going to get killed. They knew it. You could tell by the reaction before they went in. And the ones that survived, Caitlin was telling me the story yesterday where they visited Normandy, and she had her pictures taken with 2 survivors of the. Can you imagine surviving that? And why we wouldn't celebrate not only the death of those people that lost their lives at Normandy, but the ones that actually survived that thing. And this just getting on the beach that didn't mean you survived Normandy. There was fighting for a long time after that. And if you watch Saving Private Ryan, it is a fictional story, but it will give you an idea of how a unit, once they got on the beaches of Normandy, were then given the job, and we'll talk about this later, of finding Private Ryan, because all of his brothers had been killed in the war, and they didn't want that particular son. That was based off the Sullivan brothers, which is a true story, which we'll tell you later when we get into the Pacific, about a family of brothers that initiated this action that you're not going to have all your siblings killed in a war, which initiated the concept behind Saving Private Ryan. But anyway, I thought you should see that. So we'll continue on with the lecture tomorrow and probably Friday. So if you're going to be gone, you need to check the website and go through that. But that's D-Day. And boy, if you can imagine why we celebrate veterans like we do, that's the best example I can give. Okay?